Hello, monkey. I forgot the music again. Anyway, here it is. Wait. Alright. Hello, monkey. Hello, Phil. Hello, Junie. How are you guys doing? Oof. My tea is ready. It's so warm though. Needs to cool off. Alright, so last time. Oh, wrong start. Last time we finished the first version of the barrier. Or not the first version, more like the first step of it. Now we have a barrier here that we can create and it can be attacked. But we have to do one more barrier for the earth formation. And this crystal and earth barriers can coexist. So in order to have the system done, we have to first make the earth formation. The earth formation ability. I'm good too, but I don't started the game. What game? I'm doing great. My game has ghosts now. Okay, should I call the Ghostbusters? So, where do I start? We could add the Shroomy in there, so the actor is there. Currently we have Tomati and Fishy ready. Shroomy. Oh, we also have Slimy. But Shroomy... Shroomy is not ready yet. The Orpling class is correct. I'm developing a new game, but I don't know how to use Unreal, Unity. I mean, you just start. It comes from working with it. Where's Shroom? Ah, it's this guy. Yeah, we didn't have this set up yet, so it doesn't matter. The VE is here. That's something we have to add. Shroom. And now it should make it. Do we have... this in here? So fire lightning, fire water is Fishy, water air should also be Fishy. Is it Fishy though? It is. Can I see the Orpling? There are two fishes here. So, Tomati, Fishy. I think this guy needs to be Shroomy. I'm not sure if this guy also needs to be Shroomy. But we need to make this one a Shroomy, water, earth. The rest I don't care currently. So if we go and start, there is Shroomy. Thumbnail should be the thingy. Good. Now let's add the thumbnail. So first we open icon. This can be turned off. This needs to be turned on. And then we go to our commissions. Tiny snack. Okay. Shroomy. We open it. And then we copy that into this. I wonder. Like this, maybe? Scale. And here we go. Let's export. Okay. And then we have to add the thumbnail to Shroomy. There we go. And now if I start the battle, I should be able to see the thumbnail. And here it is. So the representation is now there, but the code will of course fail because we don't have anything set up for Earth. And it killed them already because they have no abilities or stats, but that's fine. Now we have to do the ability for it. First off, we have to think about how the wall needs to look like. We have a spectral shield for crystal because of magic attacks, but we need something physical for the physical attacks against Earth. So I was thinking about something like an Earth wall, like in Jade Cocoon 2, but maybe I'm biased. Did I make any concepts for the crystal wall? Something barriers. Did I really not add any barrier? What is this? Ah, okay. Did I call it wall maybe? Nope. I guess I never saved something but with that. Alright, then we'll do something from scratch. So in Jade Cocoon, it was like some form of rock plate that would come up from the ground and grow up. And depending on the abilities and power, you would see something very, very cracked or like simple, with round edges and like big chunks that are very loose, versus the strongest one, which was like this solid block, looked like marble, but in very, very dark, stony looking. So I'm not sure what to do in our case. We will have 3 levels of it. The strongest one can be this rock plate, which comes up from the ground, goes up. The problem then is, how does it vanish? Does it just go down? In Jade Cocoon, when something attacked you, this thing would pop up like lightning speed from the ground and as fast go down again. I think that looks silly. You get used to it, but as a first time person seeing it, it looks a little silly. And when this thing was destroyed, it would just like fall over. Can we have some other things, like what if I had a bunch of rocks just coming together and then just rotate in a direction? What else could we have? I think you are a little but uncomfortable. What does that mean? I still don't know what that means. What do you refer to? Am I uncomfortable for you, or do you see me as I look like I'm uncomfortable on my seat? But I'm not. Do you mean uncomfortable? I'm drinking tea if you mean that. My teacup is in front of the camera, so my model just spazzes out. Yeah. So no, I'm not uncomfortable. I'm just drinking tea. The opposite of uncomfortable. I'm comfortable. By the way, let me just make another tea, by the way. Just a sec. Okay, so we would have two variations here. Now the question is there a third variation? Because if we cannot find a third variation, having two very different things wouldn't be as good. I think you cannot do anything with rocks that much, right? We could go and have a rock that has like some kind of sigil on it or something, but that would still look like this. Man. Oh boy. In these kinds of situations, I wish I had more viewers, because then I could ping pong ideas. Like, right like this, I'm very forced to be in my own head, and I cannot come up with anything good. Right now I'm very anchored to the idea to have it like in Jade Cocoon, where there's 3 levels of blocks. That would be like coming in front of us. And all 3 would be like disappearing to the ground and coming up again when something hits them. If I had something like this thing could be created by stones or rocks coming from different directions, making this shape, and then just vanishing into all directions again. I don't know where the centerpiece would go, of course. No idea. Also, when these rotate, the center one also needs to rotate, but I guess it could be like some kind of center of the object, and then that goes down, and or just different bones or not bones, whatever. It can be just game objects. I wonder. Let's look for some inspiration. Yeah, anything I type in, it's just rocks, of course. There's really not much else there could be. You need to set up OBS, but you're distracted by me? Well, I don't think setting up OBS is excuse me, that hard. you can do it in like 10 minutes. Dankeschön. I don't know what to search for. Rock formation. Wall, earth. Oh boy. Maybe something like this, where rocks are very, very loosely, and you can see gaps. And something more close to each other. Something without gaps, and then one solid block. Would that disappear in the ground too? Or would these pebbles be always around, just fall together, and when something tries to attack they will come together? Like with physics. But that would look more interesting than this, even though it looks more loose. Right? Also, I have only 3 more weeks left to come to a conclusion, I guess. Come to a place where I think it's rather finished, but I don't think I will manage that. Because after these 3 weeks, I will be on Gamescom for a week. And I would like to not have some kind of progress half-assed, and then have to continue the week after. But we will see, I guess. Now, how do you make low poly rocks? You will be at Gamescom? Yes, like every year. I'm there every year for 5 days. Or actually even more, since I'm there for the open nightlife too. This year will be my 14th attendance. The first time I was in Gamescom, they were still in Leipzig. What's their last Leipzig one though? Then after that year they went to Köln. But I didn't go to the Gamescom after. I went with friends after a while, and then when I was in university I attended it every year since. So I guess we will do this, because I cannot come up with anything better, and having something like this and then having 2 boring ones doesn't make sense. Speaking of Gamescom, is there any attendance lists? Well, Sadly, no. If Bandai Namco is there, there must be Ace Combat in there. Team 17 is always there too. Always next to... was it always with Infinity? I'm not sure. They're always in the same place. Capcom. But I don't see PlayStation again. Fucking idiots. Oh well, what you gonna do, right? Maybe it's better. It's money for Gamescom, but I mean, they just don't do the shows anymore, so whatever. You can't go to Gamescom? Then maybe one day. It's the mecca of gaming, man. At some point you have to go there. Alright, let's start doing a 3D 3D objects and fail miserably. Like in 10 years. That's a lot of time. Where did I do the shields? Effects? Shields here. I don't live in America. My guy, Gamescom is in Germany. The biggest consumer-oriented convention on the earth is the best one there is. You don't have to speak German. You have to speak English. Although many things are German there, of course, because it's in Germany. But everything is for English speakers. Especially the indie area. Did we call it disc? I don't remember. I always can't remember if we called it disc with a K or disc with a C. Disc with a C. You don't have money, then start Saving up for money. I mean, you said 10 years, right? So you can always prepare for a long time. So I'm not sure if there's a difference here, but this is probably just a backup. What do we call the earth ability to make a barrier? Like in crystal barrier, it is called deflect disc, or deflect lens, deflect screen, deflect whatever, right? I also made a note for this to not forget the names. Still calling it lens, I'm not sure if I like that idea. All bastion, fortification, barricade. Do you use GitHub? No. To organize what? You use GitHub for backups, not for organization. I mean, you can, but that's secondary. Organization I have in different things, like for designs I have a folder, for tickets I have a blueprint. Yeah, I know you can, but I'd rather have it all here locally. Why would I need organization when I can do it faster here? I'm not working as a team with someone, so I don't need online. Why is that a thing that you can drag and drop? Something like that. Who uses that? Speaking of, I think Git for Unreal, if you only use blueprints, is a little problematic, because Git is made for text files. But if you use blueprints, all your stuff is binary, so you can't even utilize the cool features of Git. Unless you use like the integrated thing, but I never used that, so I don't know. I know how to use Git though. I just don't see the use in my case. What do you mean stonks? 4 gigabyte DDR3 for 300? Are you crazy? Like you're low, how to say, you're going 2 generations down and only 4 gigabytes. That's like, holy shit. 30? Well, okay, that is cheap. But you are on DDR3 though, so it will be slower. But I don't know. I don't know how the read and write speeds are for DDR3. On trash? Oh man. Reminds me of Chobit. So should we call it shield barricade, shield wall, shield fort? I'm not sure about shield. I mean, the DDR3 RAM is also from that time. But you do you got, dude. Just happy that you found hardware in these trying times. Like, my graphics card right now is over half more the price than I bought it for a cheaper version. It's crazy. Is it over? Not over. Close to half. And it is already like expensive, and then just 150% more. It's like they're crazy over there. No, not 150, 200%. What it means is a graphics card I bought for 2,700 euros costs 5,000 now. Yeah, me neither, man. How about guard? Then again, this is deflects. but some mobile. And if you think cat videos are the problem, then you don't understand what the biggest cause of AI explosion is. Motherboard? Yeah, no. The people are not the problem. The problem is the big corporation using AI to do everything they can. AI is a very shaky topic. There are just too many, how to say, too many aspects that are very, very contradicting to human morale. Like there were like, I don't know, at one point we were at software engineering peak where we said, yeah, we need to do safeguards and patterns, etc. And next thing we know, there is AI and everyone is thinking, yeah, we don't need safe software anymore. Just churn out anything. We don't care about safety. And on top of it, everything is already made by a human before, and the AI just uses all the knowledge of these people. I don't understand how this is okay all of a sudden. Okay, I mean, I know why, because the billionaires up there just need more money because they can't find anything to extract anymore. So NFTs didn't work, Web3 didn't work, now there's AI, let's go there, but... Ugh. We could do very good things with AI, but what we do is just giving these people more money. Because they need money for some reason. Yeah, not only Wikipedia, man. I mean, look at Google. You can't Google anything anymore. It's always AI. And on top of that, our gaming industry is also falling down because everyone is trying to push this fucking slot machines and want everything to be online. So I don't know, they just don't want you to own your games anymore. Because the bigger market for them is user-generated content like Roblox. But I don't know, it's going into a direction I really don't like. Yeah, Google View was bad for a while now, like years have passed. Maybe I have to rename this. Of course they say that because they don't want to be liable. Bye bye, Junie. Oh, perfect video.
So let's turn this cube into a rock. Add a subdivision surface modifier with a value of 4 or 5, then add in another modifier, this time displace, and click new texture. Jump to the texture tab and change that type to a Voronoi texture. Hey, that's kind of cool. I think I want to increase the scale a little bit. I found 1.2 to look nice, and take the intensity down a little. And then take the modifier strength down a little bit and shade smooth. Then if you click the little edit mode button thingy, you can make all kinds of cool rock shapes in edit mode. For the material, enable the node Wrangler add-on in the preferences, then just Control-Shift-T and open up this whole PBR material at once. Link in the description, of course. And look at that, we got like a super nice looking rock already. Now you can add a geometry node and a color ramp, connect the point to this value up, and break those values up a little tighter. Now we're just doing a mixed RGB node and a hue saturation node, connect the color up and break the value.
I thought we were looking for low poly.
You can add in a math node, change it to multiply, and choose a value of something like 8 to boost the effect even more. Then add an object info node, connect the random to a colorful color ramp, and mix the color in using a mix overlay. This will give you a randomizing rock material. Duplicate as many of these rocks as you want. Feel free to leave a like on the video if you thought it rocked.
I'm not so sure.
Hey, that's kind of cool. I think I want to increase
This seems like to have more edges, but I can't be sure. I cannot see.
Take the intensity down a little, and then take the modifier strength down a little bit.
How can I smooth this?
Edit mode button thingy, you can make all kinds of cool.
Yeah, no, this is not what I'm looking for. How about this one?
Here's loads of quick modelling tips that will help you make low poly rocks and much more. First of all, delete the default cube, so I'll select it, press delete, and I'm going to add in mesh and an iris. Now with the dialog box down the bottom here, let's open that up and change it to one subdivision. See what happens to my icosphere in a minute? It reduces the poly rate. Now let's zoom in, scale it and zip it, so it's going to be like this. Into edit mode with the tab, so that's edit. And there's two commands we need to learn. The first is to bevel vertices. So I'll select a vertex. And normally to bevel, you hold down Control plus B. And if I move my mouse side to side, it's not working. But if I press V now, I get my bevel. So I'll left click and set that in place. And you can see the bevel command is affecting the vertices and not the edges. I'll do that once more because there's a quick way to do it. If I select this one down here, I can press Control Shift B and that will do the same thing. The next important command is the edge slide. So I can select one of these vertices and press GG to edge slide it to another one. However, in order to merge these together, if I press GG again, just sliding these across, rock, certainly you want to do the top and bottom, that stops it from being popped at the moment.
Interesting.
We don't really want to any far too far. It would make that from here, and an area like this, and doesn't. I'll just do a piece.
Okay, that's something we can do. So I'm not sure about the bevel. What does it press?
Normally to bevel, you hold down Control and press B, and if I move my mouse side to side, it's not working. But if I press V now, I get my bevel.
V.
So I'll left click to the side, it's not working. But if I press V now, I get my bevel. So I'll left click.
Uh-huh. Why are these not connected? This is way too high poly now. We need to like shrink. Let's do it over. This was not a good idea. I think this is still too high poly. But this is our first rock ever, so I guess it's fine for now. I guess that's a rock now. We need nine of these, and then we have to rearrange them. And probably we could make it so that these pebbles just appear from the distance and just crash here to create the wall, but maybe it's too much, I don't know. Maybe they can just jump out of the earth and then just come here. Wait, we call it disk with a K here. Disk with a C. I feel like these shapes need to be in the same size as these, or we need one more different shape. But no, it looks very, very systematic here. And then when the shape is getting formed, we just make the individual rocks like move slightly, I guess. Now the question is, okay, we know how to summon it. These rocks can be like just come from nowhere and then make the shape. But how does it disappear? We can't have it constantly up there. It would make it a little too chaotic. What the fuck? What? this can't be real. I'm just listening to the OST of this. And you're telling me that it is now available on PC? Interesting. Yeah, it's dodgy. Sad. How do I reset all of these? Do I just go one by one and set this to 0? Oh no, I also need to make a texture for this. Shit. Does it need to be seamless? Bro, are you kidding me? Thanks for nothing. Holy shit. I guess a better idea would be to texture one of these and then duplicate it. Oh boy. Why does this not work? How would I even... Maybe a little too much. Hello, welcome back. And here we go. Why are you saying, bro, I have to go? As if I'm holding you. Are you waiting for something? Well, then work. Why in 10 minutes though and not in 20? Is better than 20? I see. I pick up both. And I will bite your hand too. You will be like, monkey, here's 10 million or $20. Which will you pick? And I will jump on your face, bite you and steal both. That's how monkeys do. You might ask why I am biting, why am I assaulting you? You see, when you are offering me money, I would be like, hey, is this guy thinking I'm poor? And I would be insulted. And then I'm thinking, hey, this guy thinks he's a king. And then I jump you. And then I show you who is king. Yeah. So better watch out. Yeah, I'm genius. Everyone knows that. I mean, ask Phil. Phil will say, hey, yeah, this monkey's genius, man. Don't provoke him or he will bite you. See, that's why Phil is not getting bitten. Because Phil knows what's up. You know, while I was saying this, I remembered a joke. Do you know why bulls get angry on red cloth in the Spanish bullfights? You know that red thing they do and then the bull attacks them? Well, you see, actually bulls don't get angry on red cloths. It's actually the females that get angry by the red cloth. And the bull is thinking, hey, is this guy thinking I'm a female? And then he gets angry and attacks you. You see? Abilities. Phew. Why are you biting a duck? Are you a duck? Check your profile picture. Oh, that is a duck. I'm not biting you because you're a duck. I'm biting you because you think I'm a poor monkey. Yeah, but they are poor. Well, because they bought an iPhone, now they have no money. But the logo is not an apple with a bite, it's literally an apple. Well, do 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 do. Hello, delete this. All right. Then hey, not pirate. Of course. Monkey never stops. How are you today? Bye bye, Uni. When is my next live? Tomorrow, same time. Rabot Yaga. I know Rabotach means to work. I wonder if I am, because surely I could work more of this, but if I do that, then I wouldn't have any life. I'm always fighting this bad feeling that I'm not doing enough for this game, but then again, what does it help if I burn out? I don't know. But if I do it in this speed, I wonder if I will take 10 years to finish this. It's a very, very tricky thing. Alright, Uni. Don't worry. I don't run away. Ukrainian Dota streamer? Rabot Yaga? Like Baba Yaga? No. No, that was not like as a username. I mean, I only know the Russian term Baba Yaga. It sounded like that. Yeah. I got it. That's username. Save all. I wonder if this looks a little too realistic for the color palettes I should use. Also, the pixels could be bigger, maybe. I'm not sure. This definitely needs another pass, I think. No, I mean this. The folklore thing. You said oh like in John Wick. Okay, let's arrange this. But the moment people know that you have an AI voice, they will ask questions. How would they know? I mean, it really depends on how you act. If you don't act female and it comes out, hey, wait a moment, a female would never do this, and then they listen to your voice and then they hear, hey, you don't laugh really naturally, and when you do some breathing things it sounds artificial, and then it comes out. At that point you have to lean in and say, yeah, I just want to hide my identity and I don't know, and then you get labeled as this guy that is using voice changer, and then you have to be a Zentreya to pull it off. It really doesn't matter what gender you are. But yeah, initially it will be problematic if it comes out, because initial it's always the first impression of the people, and if you don't have like a established community, an established form of streaming, then the only thing people can grab on is like the outer shell of yours. And if it's just looking, oh, female, I need to click, then if it turns out they cannot trust you to be female, then they will be angry. Yeah, that can be, but that's like the what is it called? Like the what's the word? Let me see. Superficial could be a word here. Shallow. A shallow thinking. Like the initial thing. Some people just want to see something cute. But the real pull comes after that, where you have to give them some kind of content they like. Like the initial impulse of people coming, that's nice, but you cannot break a certain threshold with that. Oh, look, female. Oh, you don't get banned for that, don't worry. But I know what word you mean. But yeah, I think first the only thing a VTuber has at start is their initial pull, as in, oh, look, that's a cute one. Because you only see the thumbnails, etc. And if you're lucky, someone clips you and people see your clips. But other than that, they can only see like the outer shell of you. But in order to gain more traction and more people to watch, then you need content. You need to be something special. But I'm just a monkey. I don't know. I just talk like monkey. Wah! Why would that's stupid. I feel like I need to fill in these cracks. Plus respect, are we in GTA 3? Do 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 do. It wasn't GTA 3, like it was GTA San Andreas. Never mind, it's the same engine though. I never played GTA 3, I played San Andreas. I think this texture is way too high res. We need to make this low res, even more low res. Let's go to the texture. How do we do this? Yeah, I also played Vice City. But I never played 3. Vice City, San Andreas, and then I played GTA 2. And then 4 and 5, of course. And I wonder if I will get 6 initially, since it cooked a long time and I don't want to be a test subject to make the game better. But Nicolas full. Maybe another time. Let's use this and then have this layer. So I have this as a backup. Okay. All right. YTP? What is YTP? Ah, YouTube. I didn't see a YouTube poop for ages. Ah, much better. That's what I'm talking about. Maybe I should change the position of the UVs so this thing doesn't repeat that much. But I don't know. Maybe it's fine. Affinity? What is affinity? A program? Yeah, I'm not an artist, so my only knowledge is GIMP. So sadly I don't know. I never use Photoshop either. Looks like you're making some nuggets. Hey, for function. Would you like to eat this mossy nugget? Well, I mean, if you think this is yummy, go ahead. It's free, you can eat it. Now, the question is, how do we make this work? Like, okay, this should be like the positioning of this rocks. I guess. Something like this. But now we have to animate this into position. You have to make these things slightly move around, so it looks a little more lively. Ah, I didn't know. Is that an Australian thing? I never heard nuggets. But you're right, this does look a little like it. Maybe I need to change the texture. I didn't want this to look like that. So the idea is when this wall is cast, these stones come from all over the place and then come here, and then they have this hover animation where they slightly move, slightly rotate and stuff. I don't know how to make that efficiently. I can do it in blueprints, but I feel like that's a little stupid. Maybe I need to do some animation blueprint shenanigans. But I don't have any bones. Do I need to add bones to this? Then it will get even more complicated. But yeah, and then when the shield happens, we have to do something similar than with it like this here. When I'm here in the crystal formation, which makes a barrier currently, we can see the appear animation. That's something like coming from all sides, but it disappears again. And if Orblings attack it, it appears and disappears. So how do we make it appear and disappear? I don't want it to go transparent. We could make it move down and up, but that's not a good idea. Should I make them just go random directions? That sounds chaotic. Why do they levitate? Because magic. You mean these guys? Because I don't have a floor in my test chamber. This is not the real arena, this is just a test map. But maybe I should add some kind of floor so we can see how things act if there is a floor. Then again, I'm not even sure if I want a floor. We'll have to see. And then I have to ask my 2D artist again for a commission to make a thumbnail for it. I'm not sure how a thumbnail could look like for this thing. We really need to change the texture though, because you guys not told me it looks like drugs. Grow and shrink. That could work, but I'm not sure. I want it to be more physical. Can I count myself as a solo dev if I am commissioning people? I am doing everything, but I don't do everything alone. Like for the art stuff, where I need 3D art and 2D art. If I can't do it myself, I do commission people, so I'm semi-solo maybe? Let's look for a rock texture. Yeah, that's what I also think, Phil. Oh, come on, engine 2 now? That's too far, dude. If we go to engine, you could also argue, hey, someone made the programming language, why are you not programming something in assembler? No, dude. Sharper edges? You think it's not sharp enough? This is not sharp? Are you kidding me? You're funny. Some transistors. Hey, no. You're not a solo dev if you didn't mine the rocks and melted them into transistors. Bro. You're not solo deaf. You were born from your mother. Yeah, I agree. Guys, you cannot call yourself solo devs. You did not make this universe. Imagine, to be a solo dev, you must become God. Should we take this one? This could be good. Copy image. Go here. Hello, I said copy image. Copy image. Hello. There we go. Okay. 2. Wait, do I need to scale it up instead? This? Whatever, I don't care. Let's find a good place. Something like this. Nah, the scale is a bad idea here. This feels like it's a little too detailed. I think I need to scale down and then scale up again. But then we would have bigger pixels. Yeah, I think the problem is the texture itself is bad. It's a little too low res, this thing. Is this AI? Bro. What the hell is this? That's it? There are no more mossy images? Really, Google? You are like, oh, okay, that's enough. Let's not index any more mossiness. Bullshit. It's so bad. Imagine now if I told them, hey Google, why don't I get more textures, and they answer you, hey, just use AI creation. Fucking hell. I don't need seamless. And I don't need materials. Why is there mossy 2 times? Imagine. Yeah, guys, AI is so great. How about anything now is AI? YouTube is AI. Discord is AI. Your Twitch streams are AI. We deemed human interaction is not sufficient. You feel lonely? Hey, we got the solution for you. Here's AI. Bro. Speaking of ads, why even play music? Just make it all ads. Thanks, Google. That's cute, actually. Just a Minecraft clip. Is this AI? I can't tell. Fine art, photography, print. What does that mean? Yeah, I need to add texture or we don't get anything flat. Should I take this one? But that's probably not big enough to make our distortion. Or maybe I'm just thinking wrongly. Dude, this is extremely bad quality though. We can't use that. $350 to $360. Any size, are you? Bro, I just need some mossiness that's not too much mossy. I need to see a little bit more rock than mossy. Yeah, my rant just my rant just answered your question. Like, what I want is to turn this into more rocky than marijuana, you know? This is a little too much moss. Should I say a little moss in the search bar? Rock texture a little mossy. What changed? Nothing. Yeah, I will stop streaming soon too. When I find the mossy texture, then I will just add it into the game and then call it a day too. I'm not computer generated, hello? But good night, bye bye. Why are there no more hits? Ugh. Man. How about this one? Bro. Why do they all look so ass? Should we try this? I don't know. Maybe, but I think it looks a little repetitive here. But that's a UV issue. Other than that, maybe this is the way to go here. What do you guys say? So yeah, I guess we just need to change some of the UVs here. Let's do that and then call it a day. This one, please. Is it stopped? What should we listen to though? Let's go in the middle here, so maybe here. Whatever. I don't know, this part is a little stupid. Maybe like this. Maybe. Let's try this. Ah. Oh, this one I like. Yeah, let's keep this one. That's good. Alright, so next time we will have to see how we do some animations and how to create this thing and whatever. But for now, monkey's done. So everyone, Phil, fifth function, thanks for tuning in. All the lurkers, thank you. Everyone, thanks for watching. Thanks for the support, and I will see you guys next time. Bye bye, monkey.